Book. Hello dear friends, welcome to my studio in Montreal, welcome to Monday streaming. I'm really happy that you are with me today. And today we're focusing on the fast sketching of the human face. I will show you how to make it in the few simple steps. And the few days ago it was a big great gift for me. My book is ready and available on my website. That's the second level of my guide about the watercolor, Become a Master. And exactly in that book you will find a few lessons about how to sketch the people on the street. It's like a huge part of the cityscapes. So honestly, it's a very interesting book. It's a 10 lessons with a lot of information and step-by-step steps. So all the information about this book you will find on my website, and I'm really happy to introduce you that book today. So I have a very nice photo. I took it on the street, so I don't know the person, it's just person on the street. And I'm using this like a reference photo to show you how to make the fast and simple sketch. I have a half of the imperial size Saunders Waterford 300 grams extra white paper, my favorite Daniel Smith, and we need 3 brushes. That's all our tools. During all the demo, feel free to ask me any questions. You can just type it in the chat and I will answer. All my experience as usual at your service. So let's go. As usual, the paper is ready. I put the water on the back. The Daniel Smith paint, what I'm using, you can find in my set. This is a 10 colors, but for this job today, I think I need around maybe 4 or 5, not more. So the main colors will be Quinacridone Sienna, it's right here, Perylene Violet, Indigo. I believe I'll take the Quinacridone Deep Gold, it's there, and a little bit Crimson. Hello friends! Thank you very much, Mark, for your kind words. Yeah, we worked on that pretty long time because the book it's a big book. I can tell you how much pages we have. Yeah, 160 pages and more than 400 illustrations. So it's a pretty big job. In the few minutes you will find the link on that book in the chat. You know, the game with the portraits like that, honestly, it's really interesting game. So what I'm doing now, I'm preparing my background, and after I cover all the space, I will start to play with the colors inside a little bit. And as you can see, I'm not care about the shape of the head. That's why I'm touching the background. We can do that later. So now I'm starting to add some different pigments inside. Hello, India. So here all the mix is just 3 colors. Again, it's this yellowish shade. It's the Quinacridone Deep Gold, Pyrrol Violet, and Queen Sienna. 3 guys together. And I do my best to make the gradients and blending of colors interesting. Plus I'll use washout, so I take off the pigments to make the highlights where I need it, like here. Thank you, Spain. Thank you for your kind words. Thank you very much for joining me today. And another one color what I will use today just for some shade, and for the dress it will be Cobalt, just a little bit. So as you can see, I'm trying to connect everything together, all the colors blending. Hello, Denmark. Remember, today we're talking about the fast sketch, so I will do it like around 30 or 40 minutes, not more. It has to be a pretty fast job. That's the point. And because the back side of my paper wet, you see, I have enough time to make soft blending of all my pigments. Hello, Australia! Netherlands, welcome to join me today. Hello, Iran. I switch to a little bit smaller brush and we will continue. Ohio, welcome. Hello, Portugal. Okay, the great question about the colors. You see, my palette, it's really limited. It's just 9 colors on my palette. That's it. So I know all the mixes because I select that colors carefully, and it took like a few years to collect exactly the colors what I'm looking for. So I just know all my mixes, and for now it's more spontaneous process. I'm trying to think less as possible. So it's just, you know, it's my map, my tools, and I know what to do just because I'm doing the same mixes almost all the time. Yeah, thank you for a question. I know the problem about the taxes in Spain, in Europe, but you know, unfortunately, I couldn't fix it. It's not on my side, and yeah, I know that problem. So there is no other way to get that book. Just order it on my website, and it will be on Amazon.com. So maybe it will be more easy for you to follow in that way. But anyway, the taxes, yes, it's a problem. So for now, I'm turn off my sound, I make it dry, and we back to process. I couldn't call it a workshop or a masterclass, but I want to show you the few tricks which help you to build the sketches of the human face this way, and pretty fast and simple. First of all, you see I keep the highlights, and that's important. So I'm trying to make all the gradients. We have a middle tone, middle colors, it's a skin color, from more yellowish on top, more reddish on the bottom. We keep the highlights, and on the first step I'm not care about the shape, and because of that I save a lot of time. But for now I'm starting to care about the shape, and first of all we need a really strong contrast, and you will see how that will be look different just because of the contrast. I use the same colors. I'm not add something different, so just a cobalt for the shadows. Hello, California. Thanks. Okay, the great question about the background. I'm always keep in my mind where is my main point, where is my main subject. So this time it's very simple. It's just I'm trying to explain the lights on the face. That means everything what I have on the background, I need just for that reason. I'm use that for support my lights and shadows on the face. So that's how I decide which colors use there. Which color will be look best to focus it on the face, and that's the solution. Sometimes it's more about the contrast. Sometimes it's just a soft gradient to support. So it's always a different idea, but inside always I'm trying to focus in on the main color, on the main subject. Now the front side of the paper is absolutely dry. You see that, so I can use a dry brush because of that. Just the back side of the paper is wet. Hello England. You see the contrast what I add there change the picture a lot, and because of my dark spots, finally I build the shape of the face slowly, but that's how it works. We have 30 likes. Thank you very much for that. Thank you for your likes, because that help to put that video on top on the YouTube. That means more people can see the recording, so, and the live stream. So thank you very much for your support. You see, somewhere I blended with just a clear water to connect it to layers what we did before. A question about the what happens with the colors if you put the water on the back of your paper. You know, it depends what you will do with the front. I keep my, you see, the front side, it's absolutely dry now, everywhere. So that's why I can control the shapes what I'm create, but I just have more time to blend my colors carefully. So that's why we put the water on the back. But you see, everything's under control, just because the front side is dry. If I put a lot of pigments and water on the front side, yeah, it will be like a painting wet on wet. But this time it's not the reason. Hello friends! Okay, we have 85 people, 87. Great, thank you very much. You know, for me, it's a real pleasure to start the week like this together with you. It's a great drive for whole the week. So thank you very much for joining me today. You see, always we change the gradients and the colors a little bit different always. So that make it just look much better and interesting. So anyway, we're trying to create the pleasure for eyes. And very important, we still have to keep the contrast. That's why you see I add the dark touch in there. Well, I have a reference. Yeah, good question about the reference. You see, I have a reference photo. I'm just not following the reference photo precise. I use it just like a starting point, and I'm care about more how to organize that better way. But yes, I have a reference. It's always, we need something for inspiration, for starting. It's not the point to make a copy of this character, for sure. But to start, it's a good point. Good question about how much time I'm painting every day. It depends on the a lot of things, but normally the few hours, that for sure. You know, it's one of the best job on the planet. So if I have a chance to paint, it's great. I never stop. If I have a time, because plus I'm working on my books, I'm working with the students. Right after demo, I have a private lesson, so it's a pretty busy. But anyway, it's everything about the painting. Hello, said Daniela. My pleasure, Henry. You know, I'm really like that job. Hello, Mexico. Hello, Western Australia, and thank you very much for your kind words. I hope in the end it will be look a little bit better. We're still in process. Thank you very much for your kind words, Ahmad. Thank you. Dear Mark, thank you for your incredible kind words. Thank you, I'm really appreciate it. You know, I can give you one advice which I believe help you a lot. The bigger problem for all the people who starting to use the watercolor, people afraid to touch the paper, afraid to make a mistake. And I saw that always around me on my workshops, on my courses with my students. That's the bigger problem. If you stop worry, if you're starting to enjoy, that's changed everything. Just think, all what we're doing, then we painting, learning, doesn't matter. We trying to exchange our time to our experience, which we will use after that. So you never lost. You always win. It doesn't matter what we have in the end. Maybe it will be nice painting, maybe not. But anyway, you'll take a lot of experience in the end. And as I say, you never lost. So that's great feeling. You just playing in game and enjoying the process. That's the most important thing, enjoying the process. Thank you very much. Yes, I remember you, and I still have a great memory about the Scene Studio. Maybe I will back to teach there at once, who knows. It's pretty busy life now, but I'm really like the Scene Studio. One of the best art school in Canada, that's for sure. Okay, about the paper, this is the Saunders Waterford 300 grams, my favorite paper, rough and extra white. Okay, on Russian, it's, yeah, I see the question on Russian. This is это Saunders Waterford, 300 грамм, экстра белая бумага. Торшон текстурит. Hello Sweden, and thank you very much. Yes, you're right. I was in Mexico, and that's really, really great landscapes and view. I make a few paintings there, and I'm really enjoying my trip. Thank you for a question about my son. Yes, I'm lucky father because my son like to paint, and he's in the regular school, but plus he took in lessons in the art school, and he's sketching and painting almost all the time. So yeah, I'm really happy father. So you see it's almost done. It took exactly the 25 minutes. So we can add something here. For instance, we can focus in on the light there a little bit more, and for that create a background here and there. Let's try to do that. Maybe it helps us to focus in on the light better. We have 100 people. Thank you very much for joining me today. Yes, thank you very much. Yes, I hope so. I hope so. I remember it was a question in the beginning about the background. So now you can see it's not necessarily was to touch the background like that, but what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to always reorganize my paper. So if I feel what that will be better if I add some contrast and shadow on my background, and if it's helped me to focusing on my main subject, I will do that. That's exactly what I'm doing now. So it's always in the process. There is no like a one solution for everything. It's always kind of different. Sometimes better to do this way, sometimes that way. Thank you very much, friends. Hello, UK. So in the end, honestly, you see, it's already organized. We can keep it like that. I just take the pointy brush and add just a few final touching there somewhere. Hello, Sweden. Thank you, Rinda. Thank you, Ricinas. So we're done. We don't have to do more because it's already an understandable character, and as I promised it, we're talking about the really fast sketch, so that's a half an hour and it's done. And it's like a pretty big size for sketch because it's a half of the imperial size paper, but it's just better for streaming to make it a little bit bigger. Honestly, for sketching I prefer a little bit less size. As I say, today is an important day for me because I introduce you my new book, and as I say here, you will find a lesson about the sketching people on the street and using the people in the cityscapes. So it's right here, and all my secrets how to make the sketching of the people you will find on that lesson. including the cars. And honestly, it's a really, really interesting book. You see, it's a lot of illustration, information, step-by-step lessons, and all my experience there, and I believe it helped you to study the watercolor in a little bit different way. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you for joining me today. As I told you, it's always a pleasure to run week from the Monday, from that meeting with you, and feel your support. Thank you very much for that. That video will be recorded. You will find that on my YouTube channel anytime. It's available for free. Thank you again. Stay healthy, and I'll see you on the next Monday. Bye bye.